y'all! So for this tutorial, we're just going to jump right in. I figured to save some time and just the nonsense to not even do an intro for this video, because by reading the title you already know what we're going to do and I'm too excited to wait around to do an intro, so let's just get started. Okay, so to start it out, we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation, and I'm in the color Light Neutral. They do show you guys on the bottle if it's either cool or warm. I just keep dropping everything today. Cool or warm or neutral tone, which I really love when drugstore brands do that because it makes it like 10 times easier to figure out what color you are. So it does come in a little spatula like this, which is different. And I actually have tried to purchase, or I thought about purchasing this like 3 or 4 other times before I actually purchased it. But every time I went to go swatch it, it smells like straight up paint. And that really just threw me off, and I was like, no. Even though I've heard so many good things about this foundation, especially for $5.99. Like, that's so cheap. I just apply it with a spatula, but I'm sure you guys could just, like, pour it out on your hand like any other type of foundation. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should because I keep you guys updated more so, I actually have already tested all the face products that I'm using today. I've already tested them out, because I figured I wanted to give you guys a better review than just kind of like a first impression. And, this foundation and all the face products I used, total A+. Like, they looked so good at the end of the day. So I would definitely say, medium to full. I mean, it's not full, it's not heavy at all or thick. It's actually kind of on the runny side, but it definitely, for me anyways, covers up majority of what I want to cover up. So I definitely give this foundation an A+. Go get it. The smell is definitely gonna kind of throw you for a little bit of a loop, but it goes away really fast. Like, I can't smell it anymore at all. So I guess, yeah. And I didn't break out. I would have already broken out just by using this the other day, because my skin is so sensitive. So I'm going to go in with a Wet n Wild. Obviously, I don't need to say that anymore. I'm used to saying like what brand it is, but it's all Wet n Wild, newsflash. This is the MegaGlo contouring palette in Dulce de Leche. I've used this 1,000 times on my channel. Literally, I rave about it all the time. And I really just suggest this palette to like everybody because they're so cheap, and especially if you're new to contouring or you kind of just want to play around and get used to it. Obviously, powder contour is the best place to start, and this is just, it's pigmented, not super pigmented where you're like going to be scared to go into it with your brush. So next I'm going to go in with some concealer, and this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer, and this is in the color Light Ivory. This was the lightest shade that they had, which I was really surprised. Their shade range on their concealers, I didn't feel like were all that great, but just my personal opinion. Their shade ranges on the foundations are pretty good, so. And a lot of people have been comparing this concealer to Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. When I first applied it, I was like, well, I don't really see it, but through the day I did, and even applying it right now, I do, because it's pretty thick. So then we're going to go in with this, the yellow or like kind of creamy shade in the Wet n Wild, the contour palette. And we're just going to place that under the eyes and go over the lids also. Of the face, I'm going to go in with the Photofocus pressed powder, and this is in Warm Light. So I was going to show you guys because this was kind of one of those things I was like, crap, I wish I would have had my first impressions on camera for this, because I was like, what the heck is going on? So when I take my damp sponge, which is how I apply all my powders really, like if I'm setting my face, I take just a damp sponge into the pressed powder and just go like that. Like barely any product was being picked up at all. I mean, it was like non-existent. Obviously there's some, but, and I was just like, what the heck? So I took my finger and there's product coming off on my finger, but not a whole heck of a lot. I don't know, I'm just kind of confused why the damp sponge doesn't work with this. And like you can even see, like, it did not look like that when I first opened it. I think it's this reacting to the powder or something. Like, I don't really know what's going on. So that's okay though. What I did was I'm just gonna take this Wet n Wild powder brush and I'm just gonna go in pretty like heavy or like hard, I guess. And just gonna dust this on the places that we had the powder or have the concealer. One with the Color Iconic bronzer, and this is in the color Ticket to Brazil. When I first opened this and swatched it, I was like, what? That, I really didn't, I was like, God. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. This does not look pretty to me. And then I applied it to my face. Y'all, these hairs. But then I applied it and it is so pretty. I don't know why people do not talk about this bronzer more often. Again, especially for drugstore, this bronzer is, I have my amount or my thing. This bronzer is $3.99 and obviously look at the size of this bronzer. Huge. And it is so, it's so pretty to me. Like it's just, and it wore throughout the day, all day. Here. This one I've had and I've used on my channel before, and this one I bought because I thought they might complement each other really well. And these trios are $2.99. And then I have the Comfort Zone palette, which is pretty iconic for Wet n Wild because the this shadow right here is a perfect dupe for the MAC Blue Brown shadow. So a lot of people like rave about this palette because it is actually really, really good. I'm probably going to use a combo maybe of these three. I don't really know. Oh no. And first with the Walking on Eggshells trio. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and we're going to go in with this middle shadow right here. This is shimmery, which you guys know I'm not like a huge all over shimmer eyeshadow fan, so we'll see, but this is just going to be probably more of a softer look. As Sweet as Candy and apply the crease shade also, but we're going to focus this more lower and out in the outer corner. Okay, then I'm going to take the Comfort Zone palette and I'm going to go in with this really dark brown to the very outer corner. We're going to kind of do, I think we're going to do like a smoky eye. Holy cow. I did not mean to go, wow. That's a lot. Whoa, whoops. When you swatch this color, it's actually more of a black, almost, than, like it kind of shows up more black than brown. Fallout with that shadow, that dark deepest shadow, which that's not too surprising. So what we can do, just to make sure that that doesn't happen on the other eye, go back into your powder, apply some on your sponge, and just go like that. And we will wipe this away when we get done with our eyeshadow. Back in for the other eye. So I'm going to go in with the Eggshells and we're going to apply this color more on the lid. I think this might be too light, so we might have to mix, but and these palettes are really powdery. but they are really pigmented, obviously. Oh, Sweetest Candy, and going with that brow bone shade and highlight the brow bone. Also going to use this for the inner corner. Like, we already have the pink there, but I want to make it a little bit brighter. So I'm just going to dust away the powder right here. We're going to smoke out the lower lash line. So we're just going to go in the same order that we applied the eyeshadows. So this is the brown in the Walking on Eggshells palette. Then I'm going to go into the other crease shade that's in the Sweetest Candy palette. Or trio, I guess. It's not really a palette. Then in with that dark, dark shadow from the Comfort Zone palette. And I always make sure to basically connect the lower line eyeshadow with the like outer corner here. Okay, so next is blush and highlighter. We're almost done. So I have three of the Color Icon Wet n Wild blushes that I use regularly. You guys have heard me rave about the apricot in the middle. I also have Rosé Champagne, which is a really pretty just nude, which we'll probably go with this one today. And then the Mellow Wine, which is another stunning blush. These blushes are just, they're beautiful. Some of them have a little bit of a like sheen shimmer, but not glitter, not chunky. They blend beautifully. I love them. So, almost the last thing, we're going to go in with some highlight, which I'm so excited. It's my favorite part. I have two Wet n Wild highlights that I've previously have bought and talked about on my channel before. I have the Boozy Brunch. This is the To Reflect Shimmer palette in Boozy Brunch. And then the MegaGlo highlighter powder in Precious Petals. We're actually going to use both of them today. Might as well. What the heck? What else are we doing today? So Boozy Brunch is gold. Oh, look at that. I have raved about Wet n Wild highlighters on my channel before, and they're just stunning. I mean, they are stunning. Okay, then I'm going to go in with Precious Petals. Apply this a little bit more direct with this Real Techniques setting brush. Mascara and my lipstick, I like to actually go ahead and do my setting spray. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus setting spray. I also used this the other day, and woo! Don't inhale. Don't try to breathe. Don't do it. I had to buy Wet n Wild mascara. This is probably the only thing I'm really nervous about trying. It says amplify to the max, crank it up 10 times volume, prepare for your new lash fandom. So we'll see. I got amped black, which I think that was the only color that they offered. The brush is what's that called? Like silicone. We're just gonna say pregnancy brain on this one because I can't think of what it's called. Here we go. Okay, so far, it looks pretty good. It fans the lashes out really nicely. It's not clumpy. That's honestly not the worst mascara I've ever used in my life, for sure. So, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So last but not least, we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lipstick. This is in Rebel Rose. It's just a pretty nude. I have 3 of these and they are amazing. So, okay, so that's it for this tutorial. I think, like, I love everything Wet n Wild that I've tried. I love everything Wet n Wild that I've had before, and now I love everything Wet n Wild that I have now. I would suggest everything, but really, of course, the face products, because those can be the most expensive, drugstore or not, and Wet n Wild is so inexpensive. The foundation's $5.99, and I want to say the concealer's $4.99, like at Walmart, by the way. I know on the eye makeup, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, this literally looks like what I would do if I pulled out my Urban Decay Smoky palette. It looks no different from what I would do with that palette versus what I did with the Wet n Wild, which of course I wasn't planning on that, but obviously that kind of goes to show you that you do not need high-end makeup to achieve a really good makeup look. I've said that a million times on my channel. That's why I do mainly drugstore on my channel, because it's so underrated and people, I think, are scared to use it and they don't think that they can achieve a high-end look with drugstore makeup, but you totally can. So that's all the talking I've done. I'm sure this is such a long tutorial. I'm really sorry, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there are other brands you want me to try or me to do a full face of, or any other video ideas. Please let me know down below. Do not forget to subscribe. That's number one important, please, and give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel out so much. I really appreciate you guys, my subscribers. I mean, I have 200 now. That's like, I'm like, what? That's so cool. I know that's such a small number and it's like, okay, whatever. But for me, it really does mean a lot. And I just couldn't thank you guys enough, because this to me is just, it's my fun hobby, but I'm really passionate about it. And I always want to make sure you guys are getting good content and good videos that you want to watch. So leave me any feedback down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!